Hey, what is going on, Fan Clan? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Phantump. Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'm very excited for this video. I spent a lot of time compiling data and looking at historical trends and analytics to hopefully give you a good idea of how difficult the Charizard cards will be to pull in Brilliant Stars. So that way, hopefully, this information will help you with your collection goals, with your spending habits, with whatever the case may be, as you're opening up packs to see if you compare with the averages, at least what we're anticipating the averages to be. So if you do appreciate that kind of stuff, it would be great if you could hit that subscribe button down below, share the video with your friends, leave a like, leave a comment. All those things go long ways for the algorithm, and we've got huge goals that we can only hit with the help of you. So if you enjoy this kind of content, please hit that subscribe button down below and tell everybody about it. With that being said, we're going to jump right over things. I don't want to waste your guys' time. Sub to Danny Phantump. We're going to jump right over to PokeBeach.com. So a couple nights ago, the secret rares from Starbirth, which is what we are anticipating to make up the majority of our Brilliant Stars set coming out on February 25th, were dropped on PokeBeach. So Starbirth comes out on Friday, which is what, the 14th of January in Japan. You should start seeing Starbirth come out a lot more scans, a lot more people talking about it and things like that. So we're not going to go over things too in depth. These are just the secret rares from the set. You can look up the entire set list on your own if you would like. But we did have an inkling because of some cards that kind of got released early, like the Charizard V alternate art. We kind of already knew that that was going to come. We had a big issue with a Charizard V-Star Rainbow Rare that kind of disappeared from the Millennium Print Group out in North Carolina, I believe it is. There was a whole investigation on it. It was a disaster, right? A complete disaster. So we already had an idea of what was going to be in this set, but this kind of confirms everything as far as Starbirth goes. And we are using historical, analytical processes to assume what is going to be released in Brilliant Stars based on what has happened in the past. So it is safe to assume these cards will be showing up in our Brilliant Stars set next month. So we've got the Charizard V full art, the Charizard V special art. Those go hand in hand with the Charizard V regular art that was already released for Brilliant Stars, and the Charizard V Star, which is kind of replacing V Maxes. It's weird. We're assuming they're going to have the same rarity type, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Very cool. Honchkrow V special art. We've got the really cool Arceus V special art. That is absolutely gorgeous. Some amazing full art trainers in this. Roseanne is simply perfect. Cynthia, perfect. Great cards that are going to be coming out, as well as an Ultra Ball reprint and a golden Arceus V-Star. Absolutely crazy. This set is going to be bonkers. Ultra Ball coming back to competitive play is huge news. Go on over to PokeBeach.com. You can look at the card list. You can look at the secret rares on your own. I don't want to waste too much time and not get into the spreadsheet. I want to highlight another resource that I use. This is JustinBasil.com. This goes over what we are anticipating for Brilliant Stars set release. So this goes over the main set list, kind of shows you everything in there. Things coming from VMAX Climax, things coming from Starbirth, things coming from Start Deck 100. This goes over what we are anticipating the set containing. 172 cards. I used a lot of this data here to get a feel for what cards were going to be in the set for Brilliant Stars. And then I used a lot of this data here, these card counts here, which are very important when trying to pull analytical data, because we are going to assume that a lot of the pull rates that we've had from the most previous sets, so Chilling Reign, Evolving Skies, and Fusion Strike, we're going to use an aggregate average of those kind of carried over to what we can assume a pull rate average will be for Brilliant Stars. So we're going to jump into the data right now, and I've got all these tabs down here. We're going to go over regular Vs, and I'm not going to go over every single card because I think I've done that before, and you can go back and watch previous videos. And like I said, I don't want to waste your time. I know you want to get to the nuts and bolts of everything. So assuming all of this information is accurate, we are going to do is we are going to pull all of the data from previous spreadsheets that we have compiled going over pull rates, and understanding that each rarity has its own unique pull rate. So we're assuming that Pokemon is still printing sheets of cards that get cut down, and every single rarity has the same pull rate. So there's a pull rate for regular art Vs, a pull rate for full art Vs, a pull rate for VMAXs, a pull rate for Rainbows, a pull rate for full art trainers, a pull rate for full art Pokemon, a pull rate for alternate art Pokemon, a pull rate for alternate art secret rare Pokemon, a pull rate for gold Pokemon, and a pull rate for gold item random cards. That is kind of what we're basing our assumption off of, which might not be perfect, but it gives us a good understanding of what pull rates look like. So we gathered all of the regular V cards from our pack openings prior to the set releases. So for Chilling Reign, for example, we opened up 2,592 booster packs to stock our storefront with singles prior to the set releasing. And these are the regular art Vs that were pulled during that time. So in total, we had 302 regular art Vs that were pulled, which balances out to an average of 1 regular art V for every 8.59-ish packs. Then we went on to Evolving Skies, where we pulled 175 regular art Vs. Evolving Skies is a little bit of a weird set because there are so many cards outside of regular art Vs that are ultras, so many full arts, so many rainbow rares, which really kind of, even though the pull rate numbers are the same, you're still going to get between 7.5 and 8 ultra rares typically per box. The big difference is that the opportunity to get VMAXs and more is a lot higher, which is why the pull rate for regular V cards is a little bit lower. So we had a total of 175 regular art Vs out of 1,944 packs, which means about every 11 packs you open, you get a regular art V. And then we've got the Fusion Strike, which we only opened up 1,728 packs. We pulled 216 regular art Vs, so less packs but more V cards than what we had in Evolving Skies, which balances out to 1 out of every 8 packs. Approximately, you are going to pull a V card from Fusion Strike. So with that, we compiled all that data together to get grand totals. So there was a total of those 3 sets of 693 regular art V cards that were pulled out of 6,264 packs. We are not including special sets. We did not include celebrations. We did not include Shining Fates or anything like that because those pull rates are higher and I didn't want to kind of dilute the numbers at all. So out of 6,264 packs, we can assume 1 out of every 9 packs on average is going to give us a regular art V card. If we take that average and carry it over to the set, I know these are a lot of numbers, so hope you guys like this kind of stuff. If we take it over to the set, we can assume there's going to be approximately 20 V cards in Brilliant Stars. So with that being said, 20 times 9 is 180 packs. So we can assume it will take us 180 packs if we pull perfectly. Not including duplicates or anything like that. 180.6 packs will yield us 20 regular art Vs. Now, obviously, you could pull duplicates. That happens all the time. You could open up a case of Pokemon cards, which is 216 packs. You're going to pull duplicates. Chances are you're not going to pull all 20 V cards. However, in a perfect scenario where you do pull perfectly and you do pull all 20 unique V cards, it will take you 181 packs, assuming the rarity is the same for each V card, assuming that regular art V is 1 out of every 181-ish packs. So with perfect pull rates, it would take 180.6 packs to pull all regular V cards. So it is safe to assume that Charizard V will be pulled within 180, 181 packs, somewhere around that. Now, there's going to be a lot of people who pull it a lot faster and a lot of people who it takes a little bit longer. That's why this is an average. That's why it's a pull rate. It's an assumption that it would take 181 packs to pull 20 V cards. There's 20 V cards in the set, so you assume if you pull unique cards, there's going to be 1 Charizard V that is pulled within 180 packs. If we move on to V-Star, this is a little bit more of a guessing game because we've never had V-Stars before, so we are assuming the rarity of V-Stars is going to be similar to what we had with V-Max cards. Now, there's still V-Maxes in the set, just a smaller amount, so there's a mix of V-Star, V-Max. It would be surprising to me if they would make V-Stars rarer than what they've done with V-Maxes. I assume it's still going to be between 1 and 2 per box as a combination, so you might get a V-Max and a V-Star in the same box. You might get 2 V-Star, you might get 2 V-Max. So if we go back to Chilling Reign, we pulled a total of 104 VMAX cards out of 2,592 packs that were opened. That's about 1 out of every 24.92, so roughly 25 packs. So a little bit over 1 per box. If we move on to Evolving Skies, 1 out of every 17 packs, because we pulled 110 VMAX cards. Like I said, more VMAXs in Evolving Skies than what we're typically used to. 1 out of every 17.5, 18 packs is what we're going to take to get. So it's closer to 2 per box for VMAX cards when it comes to Evolving Skies. And then Fusion Strike, back down to what we saw closer to Chilling Reign. You're going to get a little bit more than 1 per box. We pulled 62 VMAX cards out of 1,728 packs. That gives us a pull rate of 1 out of every 27.87 packs for a VMAX card. With that being said, 276 total VMAX cards that were opened between the 3 sets out of 6,264 packs, which is a very, very strong sample size. Probably not to the point where you want it to be. You probably really want like a 10,000 pack plus range to get a true sample size, but very, very close. That's safe to assume that 1 out of every 23 packs is going to give you a V-Star or VMAX. So you might get a little bit more than 1 per box, about 1.5 per box. So assumed V-Stars, VMAXs in the set, there are 7 that we are assuming is going to be in Brilliant Stars, including that Charizard V-Star. So out of every 22.69 packs, you will get a V-Star. And since there's 7 of them, a V-Star or VMAX, it will take you 159 packs to open up 7. So if you pull perfectly, again, and you pull all unique V-Star VMAX cards, you will pull the Charizard V-Star within 159 packs. The full art. I believe this one is actually the worst. Full arts are very tough because full arts, there are so many of them in sets and their pull rates are not great. Their pull rates are very similar to what you would see with a regular alternate art. And really it's gone downhill a lot over the past previous sets because these sets have been so big, which is why people keep getting frustrated and saying these pull rates are terrible, because there are so many full arts and above when it comes to these higher rarities. So out of Chilling Reign, we pulled 46 total full art. This is just full art Pokemon. This does not include full art trainers because I do believe that those have a different pull ratio. Out of 2,592 packs, that means 1 out of every 56 packs. So almost 2 boxes, about a box and a half you need to open in order to get a full art Pokemon. In Evolving Skies, it was a little bit better. Much better, actually. A little bit over a box. So we pulled 45 total full art Vs. Like I said, that makes sense because our pull rates on regular art Vs was so much lower. 45 total full art Vs out of 1,944 packs. That means 1 out of every 43 packs is going to give you a full art. And then with Fusion Strike, we only pulled 28, but we only opened 1,728 packs. Much worse pull rates. Closer to what we saw with Chilling Reign. It takes you 62 packs, basically, to pull a full art. That means our grand totals is 119 out of 6,264. So every 52 and a half packs is going to give you a full art, roughly. There are 15 assumed full arts. This does not include alternate arts. 15 assumed full arts in the set in Brilliant Stars. So that means 790 booster packs. So that's roughly 3 cases. And we know, based off of a history of opening 10 plus cases at a time before a set releases just to stock the store singles, that we don't pull master sets, right? There's lots of times where we don't even come close to pulling master sets, where we're 3, 4, 5, 6 cards off of a master set. A lot of times there's a few of those full arts that are sprinkled in that we're missing. So 15 full arts is what we're assuming for Brilliant Stars. If it takes us 53-ish packs to pull 1, that means if we multiply those 2 together, we're looking at about 790 total packs to pull 15. So if we pull perfectly based on past pull rates, we can assume 15 full arts within 790 packs, 1 full art Charizard V within that 790 packs. Again, you're going to pull them faster, you might pull them slower, but we can assume that if we pull 15 unique, there's going to be 15 full art Vs that occur out of 790 packs. So those 15, if you pull unique, one of them should be a Charizard V. The V-Star Rainbow, this was the card that's caused all those problems, that was put up on eBay, you know, apparently, allegedly taken from Millennium Print Group. You can read more about that, and there's other videos recorded about that. I'm not going to get into too many details, but if we go to Rainbow Rares, which are getting more and more difficult to pull, it seems. If we start out with Chilling Reign, there's a whole boatload of Rainbow Rares. We only pulled 30 out of 2,592 packs. That's 1 out of every 86.4 packs. That's not good. So it takes you over 2 boxes to pull 1 rainbow. A little bit better with Evolving Skies. Again, we expect that because the pull rates were a little bit better with Evolving Skies when it comes to those upper rarities. We saw that with the lower pull rates for the regular art Vs. 28 is what we pulled out of 1,944 packs. So 1 out of every 69 and a half packs gets you a Rainbow Rare. And then with Fusion Strike, 14 total out of 1,728. This was just terrible pull rates. 123.42 packs it takes you to open a full art. So that is over 3 boxes. So maybe 2 per case, roughly. Grand totals of 72 Rainbow Rares out of 62 6,264 packs. There's so many numbers. I hope you guys aren't getting overwhelmed. I'm getting overwhelmed talking about it. Make sure you hit that sub button if you haven't already. That gives us 1 out of every 87 packs is going to get you a Rainbow Rare. With that being assumed, 8 different Rainbow Rares should line up in Brilliant Stars. There could be more. Again, the set list isn't final. We're just assuming this for now. They could add more to the list, which would up this pack total here with 1 out of every 87 packs giving you a Rainbow Rare. That means it would take you approximately 696 to pull a total of 8 Rainbow Rares. So if you pull perfectly, you can assume 1 Charizard Rainbow Rare out of 696 packs. Finally, the alternate art, and this is unique because we do not take the alternate art secret rares in this information, in this data. That VMAX secret rare we assume are more difficult to pull, so we lump that into a different category. So if this was a Charizard V-Star or VMAX Rainbow Rare alternate art, Charizard V-Star alternate, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, a Charizard V-Star alternate art, we would probably put this into a different category. But since this is a Charizard V alternate art, whew, so many different words, so many different Charizards, crazy. So this is just alternate arts, not including those VMAX secret rares. So in Chilling Reign, there's quite a few. This is the first set where we started having quite a bit alternate arts. We pulled a total of 23 alternate arts out of 2,592 packs. That means every 112.6956, every 113 packs, you get an alternate art. So it takes about 3 boxes to pull an alternate art. A little bit better in Evolving Skies. You're going to get a couple per case, maybe between 2 and 3. We pulled a total of 21 out of 1,944 packs, so 1 out of every 92.5 packs. And then finally, Fusion Strike. Again, not great pull rates. 13 total is what we pulled out of 1,728 packs. So we assume 1 out of every 133 packs, so a little bit less than, or a little bit better than 2 per box, or a little bit less than 2 per case, I should say. Gives us a grand total of 57 alternate arts pulled out of 6,264 packs. So every 109.9 packs, you will pull 1 alternate art. So it takes you about 3 boxes to pull 1 alternate art. With that being said, there are only 4 alternate arts right now that are being assumed to be in Brilliant Stars. That could change again, but that's what we see now. And the good thing is we have this trainer gallery of 30 cards that has been kind of subsetted. But based off of previous leaks that we watched on this channel, where there was actually somebody who was opening packs, we saw these trainer gallery cards. This is why a lot of people are comparing this set to Cosmic Eclipse, were pulled in the reverse hollow spot. So that helps us a lot with this pull rate assumption here, because it gives us a better predictability. So if some of those character art cards that look like alternate art Vs do show up, since they're part of the trainer gallery subset, which we are assuming they are, and they might not be, there could be a couple that they pull out. That would not impact these pull rates, because those would be included in the reverse hollow spot instead of the rare spot. So we're assuming 4 right now, and if we take that times the amount of packs it takes to get 1, it will take us 440 packs, 439.5 packs to open up 4 total alternate arts. So less than 2 cases. If we pull perfectly, assuming 4 regular alternate arts in the set with a pull rate of 109, 1 out of 109.8947 would imply, not in play, imply that 440 packs would allow you to pull all 4 alternate arts, assuming pulls are perfect, which obviously they aren't. This would imply 1 out of 440 packs would yield a Charizard alternate art. I hope this makes sense, because this is a lot, and I totally understand that. I totally get that, but I thought it would be important to get this information out and give you guys an understanding. If this is not your chase card in the set, you can kind of put in what card is your chase card in the set. So if you really want to get a Honchkrow V or an Arceus V alternate art, you can kind of assume the same thing. It will take you approximately 440. So worst case scenario is that it's going to take you 440 packs to pull 1 of those alternate arts. Obviously, if you take that number and you divide it by 4, you're going to get every 109.9 packs. So it could be, hey, I pulled this on my first 109.9 packs or 110 packs, and I got lucky because it was the first alternate art that I pulled. Obviously, you could get duplicates, and that would change your pack assumption, but every 110 packs. So With that being said, guys, thank you so much. I really hope you enjoyed this information. I'm sorry the video got a little long. I'm sorry the video probably got a little wordy, but I wanted to kind of get this out there and really get you guys to understand where these numbers are all coming from and what they are all leaning towards as far as what our assumptions are. I don't like to give predictions, but based off of what we've seen in the past, I think this is a safe assumption, a safe prediction based off of the pull rates that we've seen, where the last 3 sets that have been Sword and Shield block are all kind of the same 7.5 to 8 hits. So I think we can kind of assume very similar pull rates. It might change a little bit, but I don't think it'll change enough that it'll impact the numbers greatly. Obviously, the things that can impact the numbers greatly is if they add a bunch of additional alternate arts, add a bunch of additional rainbow rares, then those pack numbers go up, which wouldn't surprise me because there have been cards in the past, like Pikachu Rainbow Rare from Vivid Voltage, that was closer to 1 out of every 1,000 packs to pull. So once we get all of our product in next month and we start opening things up, we'll have a much better detailed compiled list of pull rate data, but this is just an assumed predictability, which hopefully will help you with your spending habits. With that being said, guys, please hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. Share this information out there. Tweet it to everybody, all your friends. Get them to watch the video and subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to me. Hit that like button down below too, and leave a comment, even if it's just saying thanks, Danny. I really appreciate it, and I made it to the end because those comments and those likes go a long way to kind of promoting the video for suggestions. So with that being said, guys, thanks so much for everything. I really appreciate you guys. Until next time, peace.